I'm Anita and I'm back with another video. Today I want to share with you a book haul because I haven't done a book haul this year yet. And I finally have accumulated enough books that I thought I could film one. So it's not that I've gone out of my way and bought a whole bunch, considering we are close to being in June now. I don't think my book buying habits is as bad as they used to be. It depends on how you look at it, but it was definitely getting out of hand for a while there, and my reasons for not getting it is because I actually really wanted to read some of my own books and get moving with that before I went into buying more books. And the majority of the books that I've bought are sequels or something like that. Sometimes they can be a spur of the moment kind of thing, but the majority of them are sequels to things that I really want to read on it. At the beginning of the year I got Where the Drowned Girls Go by Seanan McGuire, and I've already read this one. I usually get it as soon as possible, and I try to read it quite soon after. It was a little later this time around, but I did finish it, and I think I give it 4 stars. Another one I got at the same time was Descender Volume 4. I still haven't picked it up yet, so I still have time to do that, but I really enjoyed the first 3 volumes, especially Volume 2 is my favorite, but I'm still very eager to figure out what will happen in this. After continuing with the Chicagoland Vampires, I'm reading Drink Deep. I got the next one in that series, which is called Biting Cold, and this is book 6 in that series, so got that one. I believe this came in the same order because I decided after finishing the Discworld books that I needed to move on with some of Terry Pratchett's works, and I got the Long Earth series, or at least the first 5. I don't know if there's more books. I think it's all of them, but I could be wrong. The first one is called The Long Earth, and it's co-written by Stephen Baxter. The second book is called The Long Cosmos. I think this is the order, I'm not actually sure of it. It's just how it's in my hands. The Long Cosmos. And I got The Long Utopia. I got The Long Mass. And finally I also got The Long War. So these are books 1 to 5 of the Long Earth series. I also think that it was the same order that I bought these 2 books, and I'm not sure if I should have done it because I definitely would rather get the pretty covers, but I got these for like almost next to nothing. That is Ship of Magic, the first book in the Life Trader series, and I also got the Mad Ship. So I have the first 2 books in the Life Ship Trader series. If I eventually decide to, I know I want to reread them at some point, sometime. So it's going to be nice to have something to actually read and maybe annotate it a little bit next time. Next up I got 2 classics because I wanted to read them because one of my favorite Danish authors has done a reimagining of both of them, and I would like to read that. But before I read that, I would like to read the source material, so I would like to know the story. And first up, that is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, and the second one is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, with The Merry Men and Other Stories by L. Stevenson. And both of these have been made into like reimagined by Kenneth Bøgh Andersen, who is one of my favorite Danish authors, and so I'd really like to read his take on it. I feel like he will vibe very well with those 2 stories. I also got the next book in the Mistborn series, which is Shadows of Self by Brandon Sanderson, and this is book 5 in the Discworld, no, not the Discworld, Mistborn series. I read Alloy of Law in March or April. I also got Lock In by John Scalzi. This is because I definitely want to read the majority of John Scalzi's books. They are very easy to read science fiction books, and I've only read 2 of his books so far, so I definitely need to get working on that. Then I got a Dark Hunter book because I believe it was the next one, because I couldn't figure out, there was something about the order and suddenly it changed, and I was like, what do I have to get? So I got Night Play by Shirley Kenyon. This is, I know this next Dark Hunter book, so I got that. I also bought another one, but that was apparently inserted damaged way that the retailers decided they refunded the money and didn't want to send it. So I also got my first Mills & Boon Harlequin book, and that was The Princess and the Rebel Billionaire by Sophie Pembroke and Cowboy in Disguise by Alison Lee. So I have these two books in a bind up here, and this is from the True Love, Mills & Boon True Love imprint or series or line, whatever you call it. I also got books 2 and 3 in the Roaring Twenties, Sisters of the Roaring Twenties. I forgot which one comes first, but I got the Flabbers Baby Scandal, and I also got the Flabbers Scandalous Elopement. So I definitely am ready to read on in that series, and this is also Mills & Boon edition from their historical line. I absolutely adored the first one, gave it 4.5 stars, so I'm very eager to read on in it because I feel like Laura Robinson will be one of my go-to historical authors in the Harlequin stuff. And staying on the Harlequin line, I got 4 bind-ups of their Heroes line. This is apparently romantic suspense and intrigue books. In this case, they're all intrigues, but in some cases it has been romantic suspenses and an intrigue together. So it depends a lot on what they pick. They can sort of mix and match it. So I got this because I read the first book in the series and I really loved it, by Nicole Helm. Gave it 5 stars. So I got Wyoming Christmas Ransom. I think this is the 3rd book in the first trilogy. And then it has Renegade Protector by Nicole Russo in there. That's a standalone, so I can get to that one as well. I also got these 3 books, but this is from the Carson Delaney Military Men, I think. Military hero. I don't know what it has sort of a subtitle to it. And the first one is called Wyoming Cowboy Sniper. And then we have Snowbound Suspicion by Cindy Myers, which is, I think, book 2 in a series. And then we have Wyoming Cowboy Bodyguard and Killer Investigation by Amanda Stevens. I think this was also a book 2 or 3 in a series. And then I got Wyoming Cowboy Ranger, and I got Within Range by Janice K. Johnson. So I am good to go on that Harlequin, continuing with that series. Same haul, I also got The Madness of Lord Ian Mackenzie, the first book in the, I think it's called Mackenzie series. And this is by Jennifer Ashley. I've heard a lot about Jennifer Ashley as an author, so I'm really looking forward to diving into this historical romance. Then I got, because these will be the next books in our body read, me and Shannon are doing the body read of the Dark Hunterverse, and the first one will be Sword of Darkness by Kinley McGregor. This is a different author, and I think maybe that was why it wasn't present at the day, I don't know, but apparently it's set in the same world, like they've done a collaboration or something, and it's following Arthurian legends. And the second one is called Night of Darkness, also by Kinley McGregor, and this is a 2-book series, so it will be complete with this one. These two, and they're going to be right after each other. And finally I got 3 Diana Wynne Jones books. I bought Castle All the Way or something like that, the last one in that House Moving Castle series, but apparently it got lost in the mail or something. I've definitely gotten a refund of that. But I got Charmed Life by Diana Wynne Jones, which I think is the first one in that series. I'm not sure. This is a Chrestomanci series. And then I got The Lives of Christopher Chant. And I also got Witch Week, also by Diana Wynne Jones. So I have the first 3 books in the Chrestomanci series. And it's just because I really enjoy Diana Wynne Jones's writing style. So I definitely think that I will end up really enjoying the books that she is, all of her books. I want to read all of them at least, and so I have the first 3 books in the Chrestomanci series, and I've heard a lot of good things about that series as well from people who really enjoyed the Howl's Moving Castle series as well. So very looking forward to getting on with that. So those are all of the things that I've gotten over the past months. I really looking forward to all of them, but a vast majority of them are like sequels or other books from authors that I already know I want to read. So I don't have a feeling that they will be on my to be read shelf for very, very long, but you know, I never know this beforehand. But that's actually why I've minimize my book buying is that I want to make sure that I actually want to read them more or less right after I get them, kind of thing. And yeah, so hopefully that will happen with some of these at least. And yeah, so let me know in the comments down below which books you are most looking forward to see me read or hear more about. And yeah, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very, very soon. Goodbye.